Hi Stampers, it's Tina Shaw from TinaLovesToStamp.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Fairborn, Ohio. I would love for you to follow me on my blog, sign up for my email updates, and my newsletter. If you currently do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator or need a new catalog, I would be delighted to help you out on both of those things. So today I wanted to show you this cute card, and I've kind of mixed my sets up again because I just love to. And I saw this card in the annual catalog, and so I kind of cased it, if you can see right here. I just thought it was really kind of cute, and of course I decided to do the stepped up version. I did use the Heartfelt stamp set, and on the inside I used this particular stamp here. It says Happy Valentine's Day. Did a couple extra little stamp flowers on there. And then this is also from here, From My Heart to Yours. And I used my Stampin' Up! Stampin' Right markers. And these you can directly to your stamp, ink it up, and then stamp to get your different colors. Nice. So what else I used is the Ornate Garden Ribbon Pack. I used the Old Olive right here. And I used, of course, the Heart Punches, which are on page 168. Oh, I also used, for these little bitty flowers right here, I used the little die in the Always Dies that goes with the Forever and Always set. And this is in the mini catalog that just started January the 5th. So I will be using this stamp set really soon because I've got to do it before Valentine's Day, right? So let me show you my designer paper. This is the Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, and it's beautiful. I've kind of forgotten about it until I came across that card that I really wanted to make. And I'm making this card in my card class this week. But it has really pretty ornate flowers, of course. And here's some of the pretty designs. And of course, this is the design that I use to punch out the little flowered heart. And that might be it. Oh yeah, one more. This one. And then the other side has foil prints. Really pretty with the same flower. I almost hate to use the other side because they're both beautiful. So that way you just buy several packs, right? So that's that paper. Love it. So let's get started, and I will go over with you how I made it. So I started out with my card base, which is Petal Pink, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4 and folded. Then I have another piece of Petal Pink, and this one is 4 1/4 by 3 3/4, because that's going to go right on there. Then I have I cut out 2 of these dies, and this is from the Ornate Border dies, this one right here. So I ran this through using the terracotta cardstock, because this piece I'm going to put up here, and then this piece is going to go down here. So it's just going to frame the piece in the middle. And then I've punched out 4 hearts with, let me show you my punches here. This is the scalloped punch, the heart punch, and then this is the regular heart punch. And of course they nest, which is great. I also used the 1.5 inch circle punch for this where I put my sentiment. Okay, and then I punched out with that scallop punch, the heart punch in Old Olive, and then I used the regular punch for the designer series paper. And then there's my 1.5 inch. I did run my hearts through the ornate floral embossing folder. And I have a piece of about 9 inches of the ornate garden ribbon combo pack. So it's really easy peasy. All you have to do is set this piece aside. I'm going to use this piece here and I'm going to stamp on it. Now in the catalog, they used designer series paper. Petal Pink is in the subtles. Okay, so it's in the subtles pack. Right here, the designer series paper assortment pack. But I didn't have that, so I decided to use the stamp that is in the Very Versailles stamp set. And it just looks like little writing on it. So what I am going to do is take my terracotta ink pad and I'm going to ink up this stamp. And then I'm going to stamp it off. And then I'm going to stamp on my cardstock. Like that. I don't want it really dark and defined. I just kind of want it just to look lightly. That was a little dark, but that's okay. Then I'm going to do it again up here. Here, just fill in some spots. One more time. Over here. That's good. There. So that way I don't have to have that paper. If I don't have it, I can make my own. So now what I did was I took my hearts that I've already punched out and run through the embossing folder. And I'm going to take my sponge and I'm going to use, again, my terracotta. Should have left that open. And I'm just going to sponge around lightly the hearts, just so you'll see the definition from the heart and the cardstock, since it is both the same color. See, that'll show up like that, much better. And the reason I decided to sponge these is because for class, since we're not meeting in person, on the sample in the catalog, they used one of the stamps from the stamp set, and I'm pretty sure not everybody has this stamp set. So this way, all they have to do is sponge the edges, and then you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so after I sponge, I'm gonna put these on, and these go on upside down, like that. I already inked those, or glued those. So now on these two, glue adhesive snail. There we go. And then this one, I want it on this side, because what we're going to do is then I'm going to take this piece and glue it behind here. Do that, and then make sure you get it the right way. There's a right way and a wrong way, and you want to have about a 1/2 inch showing at the top, and then about a 1/2 inch on the bottom. Okay, so then I'm going to put that about right there, like that. So now what I'm going to do is take my paper snips and I'm just going to cut off all the extra off of these here. And then this one. And this one. Just follow right along the edge of the piece. So now what I'm going to do is just glue this down to here. It's my liquid glue. Just so I get a nice firm hold. Okay. So that, I want it kind of up towards the top a little bit more than the bottom. And I have just an extra second here to push if I didn't get it exactly where I wanted it to go. That's the good thing about using the glue. Okay, so I've got that done. So now I'm going to take my green scalloped heart and I'm going to use some of my dimensionals and put these on the back like that. And then I'm going to put this one right in the center. I want it up just a bit higher. There we go. And then I'm going to take my pretty flowers. See the pretty foil on the other side? Oh well. Another card for that. This is so cute. I love this print. I think it's adorable. Okay, so then that goes on there. Now I'm going to stamp my heart saying here. And this one I told you was from Heartfelt. And it says, from my heart to yours. It's so cute. So, now when I stamp this, since it is a photopolymer stamp, I do want to use my piercing mat that I've covered with our paper. So first I'm going to use the terracotta ink marker instead of a pad because I wanted to get two colors on here. So I want the terracotta. So I'm just inking the heart word. And you can see I really used this stamp a lot last year because it's really stained. But don't tell anybody. So now I'm inking up the little words from my to yours. Okay. So now I'm just gonna lay that there, give it a little huff of moisture and stamp. And I'm holding that down for just a couple of extra seconds just to make sure all the ink transfers. And there it is. So then I'm going to pop this up over here in dimensionals again. And I'm going to put the dimensionals on the outside here because I want it popped up here, but I'm going to have it laying on here. So I'm only going to use a couple. I have to take my ribbon. I almost forgot my ribbon. And all I did was just fold it a couple of times like that. And then I'm just going to put some snail over here just to hold it down like that. That needs to lay down too. There we go. And then I'm going to put on this. There we go, like that. And then I'm going to take my ribbon scissors and just trim off these ends so they're nice and neat. There we go. Cute. Now, I'm going to take the little flowers that I cut out with that little die from the Love You Always, the Always die set. Okay, so how I put this on earlier was I used my glue dots. And so I would take a glue dot and I just roll it with my fingers. And then I take my little flower and I just lay it across there. And so these are gonna be like the ones on here. So the other ones that are down here, I am gonna pop up using little pieces of my little dimensionals. So this one I've cut piece that we're gonna put right here on the flower, and then pull off the back, and then I'm gonna put it down there. And don't worry about the little hole showing, because we're gonna put some little champagne rhinestones on those, just so it pretties them up. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one over here. Then you can just put on however many you want, more or less. I think these. And put this on here. And that'll go right there. There we go. So now I'm gonna take my rhinestones, my champagne rhinestones, and I'm gonna use the smallest ones on these little pieces right here. This end of my take a pick tool, and see how it just sets them right on there. It's awesome. Just put those right in there like that. And then I took some of the larger ones and kind of accented a couple of the hearts over here. I think I'll do this one up here. So there's the front of my card. Isn't that cute? So on the inside, and I'm going to stamp the heart from the Heartfelt stamp set. And I'm going to, again, it's photopolymer, so I'm going to use my piercing mat. And I'm going to stamp it, try to get it straight here in the center, like that. Like that. Very good. And then I'm going to take Petal Pink ink pad, and I'm going to stamp this little bitty flower just to add some color, to bring all the colors of my card together, which are the terracotta and petal pink. So now all I have to do is put this on the inside of my card. And there it is. How cute is that? I think it turned out really adorable. Let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope to see you really soon. Bye.